Hi everyone, Bob Grenier, volunteer with the Martin Fleischmann Memorial Project. Earlier this year I saw in a book published in 2007 a series of charts analysing before and after samples from John Hutchison's Hutchison effect. I was lucky in that I'd had my experience in Lena beforehand, because what I recognised was that the transmutations were exactly the same as you get in Lena. That led me to very much want to see if I could secure some samples of Hutchison effect. And today we received way more than I could possibly have imagined. So I thought we were going to receive just a couple of samples, but we have to thank John, incredibly gracious, and he sent all of these samples. He never got metallurgical studies back other than the transmutation data, and we have an opportunity hopefully at SciTech to be able to do crystallographic studies, X-ray crystallography, and a range of other analysis on these samples. But I just want to give you a quick heads up and show you some of the really quite amazing samples we've got here. So over here there's a bunch of different aluminium samples, and they are really quite stunning. The effect, you've got chunks shearing off, and then you have them bending, or it's just really hard to understand what you're looking at with these samples. I've cast aluminium, I've lathed it, I've done all kinds of things, and the description of disruption here really is quite fitting. This one, Ryan said, "Oh, it looks like a piece of wood." No, it's a piece of aluminium, or was aluminium. It is aluminium. It's just quite amazing. This is one where it's kind of like at the end of a block, and he's cut it off for us, and you can see it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just disrupted. This is more jelly-like. And it seems that when it gets really affected, it starts to get porous and spongy-like. And this example over here, which has got some torsional variation on it, it's just incredible what it's done. It's looking like a piece of coral actually in its structure, and I've got some very high resolution images that you'll be able to see. Look at that. Really quite odd what it's done to this piece of aluminium. And there's steel here, something similar with the rotational effect. This, it kind of fractured, and you can see it's kind of bent round. This spanner here, there's some severe rustification going on in the double sort of bend and so on. There's no physical kind of areas where you can see it's been pinched. Seems to be this pitting, which is apparent on a lot of the samples. This one here is quite special in that it has these kind of pits. I've got some nice photos that you'll be able to see of this head. It's like a top of a piston head or something. And we've got these bits going on here. This is some of the sort of mixed materials, and there are some, again, these pits within the steel, but the pits will actually go between the steel and whatever the brass is or whatever this is. They've kind of semi-merged, and it's kind of gone through, and it's very weird. Lots of things to study here, and this is just like it's just like a meteorite. It has what appears to be, I think there's even like paper and stuff mixed in. I need to get more information on this, but it's very weird. There's glass, bits of metal, organic. Then there's these, which is a very large drill bit that's just shattered and fractured. And I'd like to see if on here there are, maybe when it's cleaned up or maybe taking sections, whether there are strange radiation tracks or anything else going on there. This is like a shard off a piece of steel. But yeah, very, very happy with this sample set that he's provided us with. And again, it's going to be interesting to cut sections through this and see what's going on. It's almost a shame to manipulate some of these samples, but again, this is kind of like copper, and it's kind of done a similar thing to the aluminium. The pieces have kind of rearranged themselves, and yeah, it's just, I think for me the weirdest ones is this kind of like coral effect going on here. It's just absolutely baffling. Maybe there's some people out there go, oh yeah, I kind of make these things all the time. Anyway, these are Hutchison effect samples. Thank you to John for sending these. And if we can get access to CTEC, I think it's going to be a lot of learning coming out of this. Thank you very much.